Karina, wait!
Oh.
Ready?
That's gotta be the Tree of Mana.
Wow.
It's beautiful. Almost familiar in a way.
Familiar? Yes. It makes sense that you feel that way.
The fairy.
Dropping those eaves as always, I see. Life begins with the mana tree, and when your time in this realm is over, your soul returns here to continue the cycle of rebirth.
Oh, then the mana tree oversees not just the alms, but all creatures. It's where all souls end up.
When the world was still Fadiel, the mana tree was in the spirit realm, right?
Yes. If Kidiel had not been created, you would never have had the opportunity to see the mana tree.
Incredible. If only I could tell everyone back home what a stunning sight this all is.
We've wasted enough time looking. It's time to get some answers.
How might one find the goddess in order to seek an audience?
Follow the path and it will lead you to her. Be sure to stay on the path, though.
Huh? But that's...
Monsters? Here?
We never had monster infestations before. There goes the neighborhood.
The barrier around the Mana Sanctuary is meant to be impenetrable. However, I happen to have several hypotheses over the origins of these sanctuary monsters. Some species might have been trapped inside of the barrier at the time of its fabrication. Or perhaps specific species are able to puncture...
Oh my, Master Aish is muttering to himself yet again.
Let him talk. Maybe he'll bore the monsters to death.
We should get going, but be careful, everyone.
I didn't account for monsters once we were in the sanctuary. What could be the cause?
Leave the hypotheses to Aish, Morley. We got bigger fish to fry.
Finally, a lucky break. Now that I'm an Olm, I can protect you all the whole way.
I mean, that's sort of happening? Yeah. I've noticed a lot of greedy companies kind of jumping ship, and a lot of the layoffs are kind of like that.
I will not limit myself.
There's a lot of companies that basically have no games on the horizon.
I will rend you.
Because they've given up entirely.
On
the
with
last.
some more. Consider yourself lucky I didn't go all out.
And frankly,
will
yeah,
take
I'm
this.
okay with that. There are a few, like, greedy games that make me a little nervous because they actually look good. And, like, I'm worried that their success sets a bad precedent.
Species inside of the barrier.
For example,
Let's take into account the change in habitat. Could evolution have played a part in creating this many subspecies? Or perhaps...
Should we permit him to ponder uninterrupted? Words will not reach him at this stage, I believe.
It figures. Aish, stop falling behind if you don't want to find your own way.
for example, Infinity Nikki.
Emerge.
Like, that
I
game
feel the
straight up
spirit's
looks
favor.
great.
A bearer of bountiful blessings.
And it looks like it's a ton of fun, and a lot of people who played, like, early access really recommend it.
I can deal with this.
Stand down.
But, I can't play Infinity Nikki. Because I know a good chunk of my audience would be, like, susceptible to, like, those super predatory monetization. Like, it would straight up ruin, like, a handful of my viewers. Not like everybody.
Useless to run. Picking a fight
But, you
with
know,
us
if you're
was
slightly susceptible to, like, gambling addiction, or you've just never played a game like that, like, it just doesn't feel right. You'll never financially recover from this, right? Like, I kind of want to play Infinity Nikki, but I'm also
Secured.
really good at playing free-to-play games and never spending a single dime.
I have gathered some grizzly syrup.
That said, I don't think you can have that much fun in Infinity Nikki without spending dimes eventually. Just sell my house? Yeah. I remember going to work with somebody who told me they spent $400 on Farmville, and then graciously asked me not to tell her husband. And I was like, fair,
It
but
would have been nice to have Hina here to see this.
Yeah. She would have loved this view.
Then I'll be sure to soak up as much of the atmosphere as I can, for her sake.
it is very pretty here.
That's the idea, Karina. I'll do the same.
It's like a mortgage for the gacha. It's an investment.
I
I'll
will
sell
take
my
this.
account when I'm bored of the game. Ugh.
Monsters, maintain your focus.
buckle up.
That hurt.
On guard. Dryad Sprig.
Useless. That's the last. Think you can handle this?
Gladly. Stand down.
This is an interesting find.
Just gonna live here. Eggplant Man Core Stone. Playing free to play helps keep you aware just how fair or unfair a game like that is. And usually unfair. Yep. Every now and then you play a game with like shoehorned microtransactions that is actually a good game. But like just
Might we
like you
exchange
can
these
tell
elsewhere?
that the developers really fought to keep it from ruining the game.
I feel the spirit's favor.
I'll give an example of that. Shadows of War. Lord of the Rings, Shadows of War.
I will take this.
Like, I feel like WB as a publisher just got super greedy and insisted they put microtransactions
What
in the
went through
game.
the minds of the Ohms of old as they walked this path?
Our thoughts often turn to those we left behind in times such as these.
Bittersweet to reminisce, but my heart still feels warm. I'll bet you the alms of the past will give us a warm welcome.
Secured.
And then I believe the developers like went
Might
way
we
out of
exchange
their
these
way
elsewhere?
to keep microtransactions out of, or not keep them out of the
Maybe
game, to
items
keep
in
them
my
from
will treasure
meaning
this.
anything. It was just kind of like an option. You could throw money and it didn't make the game easier. It was just like opening loot boxes. You probably get into Path of Exile 2 or maybe buy a skin or something just to give the devs some cash. Like, yeah. Path of Exile 2 is, or Path of Exile at least. I shouldn't be making claims about Path of Exile 2 since it's not out yet. But, you know, I kind of feel like it's going to be the same deal. Like, I kind of trust those devs. Like, the first game was a great free-to-play. Yeah, like, nothing you paid for mattered. You couldn't just, like, buy a win.
Mana.
Or maybe you could. I
It
don't
is
know.
pulsating with power.
I was never going to spend a dime on it.
Do not resist.
Get smarshed.
Yes.
What you got? Take this! Now we're the last one. Don't let it get away.
at once. Stand down. On guard.
I could go another round.
You were doing endgame stuff until your computer could no longer handle your character build? Yeah.
Secured.
I remember beating it once. And I'll go back every now and then just to like play a hardcore character until they die. And then I move on with my life. They recently introduced a farming sim into Path of Exile. And I do feel like I have to say, like, Path of Exile is no longer a really easy game to get into. According to this, there's a path this way. What's hidden back here?
So all souls return to the mana tree eventually. In that case, I wonder if Orin and Liza are back yet. Hey everyone. We made it.
Val, I am sure your voice has reached them.
You haven't been following the seasonal stuff?
What
It
wondrous
does.
wares. I have found something of fantastic value.
It gets overwhelming. Yeah. Hang on. Is that a better weapon than what Morley has? I mean, I can't really tell. It's a stabby dagger.
Look what the cat scratched.
I suppose I could make him a ninja just for a little bit.
We ask for your assistance. You will pay. On guard. Cease now.
But yeah, all the stuff they've added over the many years of Path of Exile makes it a really hard game to start now. Like, I kind of miss the simplicity of it. Like, I just want to play through the story.
Until the very end. Dryad Sprig.
Wait, what have I done?
We can wield the power of the spirits.
I don't... Okay, I guess I'll be a Moogle. I can sing and dance. Did I just hear Ichiban say Kupopo? I think I did.
Dryad Sprig.
Kupopo comrade. Right?
I didn't expect the battle to get so fierce.
That was surprisingly fierce. What am I doing over here? Let's go back to the story. Why is there a chess piece in the forest? For chess, obviously.
We can be at ease here.
Yeah, I'm trying to find a good justification for it. I do appreciate that they've basically taken every single enemy that was ever in, like, Secret of Mana and just put it back in here in random places.
Huh? The path stops here.
Then how do we get to the Mana Goddess?
Fairy could well have indicated the wrong route through the sanctuary. Her directions were vague at best.
Do not doubt that you are on the correct path.
Okay.
It's Vidiz, the White Dragon Princess. Golly, what are you doing here?
You, your companions, and even I must face whatever future lies ahead of us. come what may.
Don't worry. Vidis is like Trent, an emissary of the goddess.
Can you tell us how to continue on the path ahead?
I am the keeper of the future. How you choose to proceed depends on the answers you provide. There are many roads you may take, each with their own consequences. Do you understand?
Myers-Briggs test.
We have
Got
a choice
it.
to complete the pilgrimage, or not. But that decision is why we've come to the goddess. Please, let us speak to her and ask for her wisdom.
After learning the truth, how will you feel? Will you accept it?
The truth?
Have you the strength to face the truth of this world? I do not know the depth of your conviction. What resides within your heart?
Blood.
Make me understand your intent. Your hearts will lead you along the path you seek.
High cholesterol.
She wants
Triglycerides.
actions, not words.
Wait, what?
We must convince her of our conviction.
You won't want to miss a moment of this, Vidis.
I do not intend to blink. Now come.
This tower!
Geyser!
Blaze focus.
Geyser!
Salamander.
I'm just like wondering if this is a trick or a trap.
You're gonna love this one.
Like, what if we didn't choose violence?
Nowhere to hide.
I mean, it really doesn't seem to be up to me.
When tilling the lands to bear fruit, one must bear in mind the myriad disasters they will face. Extinguish the bane that threatens to incinerate all.
A riddle? Shall we offer a reply in return?
Test your might.
The elemental vessel is ready. Undeemed flask.
I mean, is this not the one?
My gratitude!
Undeemed flask. Thanks. Undeemed.
Is
That
darkness
is
the bane?
incorrect.
What?
Wrong answer.
Okay.
I will show you tragedy.
Here's a tragedy.
Summoning.
Get flooded.
This is your end.
Gonna leave the stream. Good luck. Thanks for hanging out with me, Angel's
Senses
Glitch.
yet?
Hope to see you again.
Behold your next triumph.
You've got
Bring
good
it on.
opinions, and I like hanging
Ready
out with
for
you.
anything.
As many rounds as it takes.
Though mortals yearn for the future, they are hindered by the shackles of their past. Expel the knowledge that leads mortals astray.
Really think about what she's telling us.
Think carefully.
Spell the knowledge what leads mortals astray. That's the light? Get fluted on.
You are mistaken.
Welp.
Wrong answer. Grant me strength.
Disaster
Have I not been paying
befall you.
attention this whole time? Is that...
Something's coming. I can feel it. Blaze. No. This. Salamander.
I mean, to be fair, like, I had the...
Thanks for the help.
I had one of them right.
Nice
The
timing.
fire one.
Prepare for your final
But
trial.
apparently I couldn't destroy it with water because, you
No
know,
one?
that would make too much sense.
Then we go all out.
Ain't over till it's over, Vidis.
As Alm of Light, surely you can decipher the truth from that which is false. Discern your truth, and yours alone.
Something I can figure out? Let me think.
Test your might.
Alright,
I'm on it! I have been summoned.
That is correct.
yup.
How fortunate!
Salamander feast! Now!
Dryad Sprig!
Okay.
How about we try the elemental vessel?
Whoop whoop. I hope you grade on a
Now,
curve.
It is clear to me. Those strong enough to break free of their fate. Long have we prayed for pilgrims such as yourselves. You may be the heroes that the goddess of mana has needed all along. Go forth and create your own future.
Thank you, Vidiz!
But D's nuts.
Never did I consider the possibility that I would be in the presence of the White Dragon Princess. I attempted to note down every riddle, but ended up too absorbed by the fight to offer assistance.
Thanks for...
I didn't know that was going to transfer. I wanted to hear that. Ah, it's so pretty.
Aha! Nice to see that this place hasn't changed. No monsters either. Looks just like it did back in Fadiel times. You have had a long journey, but the mana tree is just ahead.
A long and laborious journey indeed.
The Alm's final destination.
And yet, we aren't here to offer our souls like those that came before us. We need to meet with the goddess.
Coda, the Alms have arrived.
Coda? Huh?
I am the guardian of this sanctuary.
There are humans living within the barrier? That's news to me.
Living? No. I am but a strong will given form. Consider me like one of the spirits. To put it in terms you may understand, I am the first in the long legacy of soul guards. You passed Vidiz's trial admirably, Vel. I should not be surprised given that you are of my own bloodline.
You're my ancestor?
If we assume that long ago, people from Tiania were chosen to stand guard over the mana goddess, and that practice has held over to this very day. Aha! Then he is the origin of the Soul Guard tradition.
Yeah, that's what he just said.
My mission remains unchanged since I first accepted it. Protect the goddess of mana.
Do you know where we can find her, Guardian Coda? We need to speak with the goddess as soon as possible.
You may refer to me as simply Coda. Trent and Vidiz have relayed your current plight to me.